Hello, thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a video that you've probably seen 10 times before, if not more than that. I've decided to modify this Nerf Kronos. Nerf Rival Kronos, if you will. Now previously I had this apart. I removed the door completely. And because, let's be honest, for someone who knows what they're doing, it serves no useful purpose whatsoever. So I just removed it. I don't even know what I did with it, and moved on. But I didn't upgrade the spring or anything like that. So I was motivated to do this mod today by winning some parts in a giveaway from What the Foam. So I was given this priming grip and this door delete. Now granted, I guess I don't really care one way or the other, but if I choose to go with a speed loader at some point, I think this will help. And then I was given some files by an online associate, No Nonsense Nerfing. So he gave me the files for the bolter front end, and so I'll be installing these so that the blaster will take 6 balls more easily instead of 5. And while I'm in there, I'm going to put in an upgraded spring. And I think that's about it. So let's get started. I've already taken the screws out. I'll probably fast forward past most of the actual building part because, like I say, you've probably already seen that before. You don't need to see mine, most likely. Oh, for my own edification, the shortest screw goes here. The second shortest screw goes here. The very two long screws go here. Don't forget. Alright, getting this torsion spring on is like very tricky, but it goes on okay. And the spring I had intended to use, I don't think was actually going to help, so I'm going to try this instead. This is either from Ace Hardware, or I think this is an 836 from Amazon. Alright, we are back. You know, if you've been watching this channel, you may notice that I usually do flywheel mods, and let me tell you, I'm remembering why. Springers can be a lot more complicated. So anyway, I would like to give a quick evaluation of the parts that we're looking at. Ooh, that doesn't sound right. So we want to look at the 6-ball mod, including this front piece. The door delete seems great, I'll be honest with you. I can't imagine needing anything besides that. That's perfect. That works beautifully. I'm never getting those high impact rounds back. This design by No Nonsense Nerfing is very cool. I understand that it mimics like a Gavin Fuzzy part, so if you like a 6-ball mod without squishing one in the front, you are encouraged to buy the Gavin Fuzzy kit because this one is not for sale, I understand. However, getting 6 balls in here is honestly a very nice thing. The gap, I don't know if this is just a printing error, but there is a gap between these two top sections that were originally one piece. I presume that No Nonsense Nerfing designed it like that for ease and clarity of printing. So the prints did come out very nicely. Definitely, they came out nicely. But it's just a slight gap. Unfortunately, none of the springs that I was trying to use actually fit in here. The blaster would not catch with any of those springs in. So I will be investing in a harder spring at some point from an actual professional place because these are not pro springs. Now, the one thing I haven't done yet is I haven't inserted the priming assist handle, and that's ultimately because I don't have a stronger spring. Oh, that was super easy. Alright, so looks like to use this, unless, no, you can line it up so the bolts that you put in will go in the natural grooves there. That is beautiful. That gives you a lot more of a butt to grab onto. This could probably use a little bit of sanding, but honestly, wow, these are some nice parts. If you are going to upgrade your Kronos, particularly giving it a stronger spring, and you might have difficulty priming it normally, this part set is pretty nice. Yeah, that is much more of a grip for you to get onto. I only regret that I don't have a stronger spring with which to confirm it, but I can already tell that's good. So this is an interesting addendum. The preceding video that you've just watched, I actually filmed probably a few weeks before I'm recording this now, and I actually filmed it before I made my Chronomag video. Here is my Chronomag, and you may recall I put a T-pull on it. Now, you know what? In addition to all the stuff I put in this, I did eventually put in a stronger spring. I got the Out of Darts, I forget what the name is, but it's the one that's supposed to give you 140 FPS spring. And I like the spring, but I'll be honest, this is imminently primable. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that, because now I have to fire it. Oh, nuts. It is imminently primable, but it's not as comfortable as it could be. And I'll be honest, I love the T-pull here with the Chronomag. So I think I've decided I prefer the T-pull. I printed another one in orange. And yeah, so even though as nice as this kind of grip is, because I'm kind of pinching it here as I push with my finger, I think I'm going to swap it out for this. Now technically, I could do both at the same time. I don't really see any reason to do that, but I think my stronger recommendation is to this T-pull. The only caveat is you lose the ability to deprime the blaster with this button here. Well, and you lose the priming indicator, both of those features, but I don't think I'll miss them much. So I'll put the link to this in the description too. Okay, so as silly as this is, I have to come back for a round 3. In round 2, I talked about the T-pull, and I stand by that. But as I was thinking about it more, I thought, what could I do differently? The faceplate is nice, but as much as I like the Gavin Fuzzy stuff that I was referring to, personally I find it really expensive for what it is. His work is very high quality, but it's just, I like there to be less expensive options. And I'm nothing against Warhammer 40k, but it's not really me. So what I came up with is I did a remix of possibly the same thing that No Nonsense Nerfing did, but I found a part on Thingiverse that's basically this barrel option, a couple of other barrel options, and I remixed it to have a larger kind of a gap in the front underneath this plate here, which is kind of what was done in this other one. There's basically a hole here so that when the follower is forward, it can protrude a little bit there, and that's really all you need to make the 6th round fit more comfortably. And honestly, I like this this front a little bit more than this one. I actually remixed this into 2 designs, one of which I haven't printed yet, but I will put both of them as links in the description. So if you want a better fitting 6-ball mod, consider trying one of those if you have access to a 3D printer. Obviously the Gavin Fuzzy option is still a very strong contender if you are into that and have the ability to afford it. Alright, this may have been enlightening. Probably not, but if you stuck around this long, I thank you. If you're not already, please consider subscribing, and a like on the video would go far. I also welcome your comments. Thank you, and take care.